Hello guys and welcome to Locking Project. Today we've got something rather shiny called the Ulefone MiX 2. And before you ask, wait a minute, just a few months ago Ulefone released the MiX 1. Yes, but 2017 was all about the bezel-less phones, and 2018 is all about the 18:9 aspect ratio phones. So is this phone worth 100 bucks? Let's find out. Okay guys, so let's get the unboxing out of the way quickly. As you see, nice little box. We've got the specifications on the back, but we're gonna come back to that a little bit later on. Over here we've got some instruction manuals, a silicone case, nice looking one. We've got a screen protector as well. What else do we have? We have a micro USB charger. That's our charging brick over here. And there's the Ulefone kind of a ring thing where you're stuck at the back of your phone and you can operate your phone like that. I really don't know why they're putting this, but well, for 100 bucks you can't complain of the things that you have in the box, guys. So now when it comes down to specifications, let's have a look at them. So we've got the 18:9 720p plus screen. Actually that's 1440 by 720. We've got 13 megapixel plus 5 megapixel cameras at the back. Unfortunately, one of the cameras is absolutely fake. It doesn't do anything, but that is to be expected for the cheap phones. Most of their cameras are fake. Anyways, we've got 3300 milliamp hours of battery. We've got a quad-core MT6737 processor, which doesn't tell you over here is that it's clocked at 1.3 GHz, guys, and we might have a problem with that, but we'll see this a little bit later on in the review. Fingerprint sensor, Android Nougat, 2 gigs of RAM and 16 gigs of storage. And let me peel this one off quickly and let's see which phone did they copy, guys. Looks familiar? Check this out. Check this out, the similarities. The size wise, they're more or less the same with the S8. Check this one out. More or less the same. It is a little bit bigger. So the S8 has 5.8 inches and the Ulefone MiX 2 has 5.7 inches. But check this out, guys. It's almost the same. And if I didn't tell you, you wouldn't know that the back cover is actually replaceable, because that's plastic, but it's really high quality plastic. I've got the original Ulefone over here and you can see how it looks. I mean, it feels a little bit plasticky, and this one is so solid, so nice. It feels like glass, guys. And let me show you how do you peel this one off. You just do like that. You just peel it off. Nice big battery over here. We've got dual SIM slots, one normal and one nano SIM card. There's the slot for the MicroSD card as well, the fingerprint reader. So basically, kudos for Ulefone for, you know, doing this replaceable battery and back cover design, because the original one didn't have that. So yeah, I mean, overall, what can I say? One more thing about the case. You can use actually the case like that. So there you go. You have a transparent phone now. And the phone works absolutely 100% of the time. There are no problems like that. And now, as actually the buttons feels a little bit nicer than they used to be with the back cover on. So you can rock like that if you want, but be careful not, you know, damaging your phone by puncturing the battery or hitting the battery, because it might explode. So yeah, the design of the phone is really nice, guys. I'm really happy that they've actually copied a phone which costs, you know, 6 times more than this one. And this one, you can't really tell that it's $100 phone. At least $250, something like that. The cameras look nice. We've got a dual tone flash, fingerprint reader. On top we've got the 3.5mm jack. On the bottom we've got one microphone, one speaker, bottom firing, and the micro USB charging port. It's a little bit old school, but it still gets the job done. On this side is nice and clean, we've got nothing. And over here we've got the buttons, which are made of metal, the power button and the volume rocker. And check this out, when you hold the phone like that, that's where exactly your thumb lies, guys. And the volume rocker is very reachable as well. So basically the camera is 13 megapixel, 5 megapixel bokeh camera, which does absolutely nothing. At the front we've got a front facing flash, that's very important guys. And this little guy over here, it's supposed to be 8 megapixels, but we're gonna speak about that a little bit later on. And the grill over here on the phone is a little bit, you know, inside. So it feels nice. It feels really nice, guys. Design wise, I'm gonna give it, you know, 10 out of 10. I really like this phone. So now let's check the fingerprint reader speed, guys. Check this out. Unlocked. Unlocked. I mean, it's not the fastest one in the world, but at least it's very reliable and it unlocks the phone 100% of the time. Which I'm happy, and it's on par with other phones, if not a little bit better. Now let's talk about the screen a little bit. 5.7 inch 720p screen, and if I didn't tell you that it's 720p screen, you would never know. The logic behind this is that these are new panels. The 18:9 aspect ratio is just kicking in, especially it's going to be strong in 2018. So basically manufacturers has to come up with new panels with improved contrast, brightness, saturation and all of that. So they can't really reuse the 3-year-old panels which we've seen already in other phones. So basically for 720p you see no pixels on that screen. It really looks like 1080p screen, guys. And check this out about the brightness. Check this out, I'm on like 60% now. If you crank it up to 100%, the display, I know you can't really tell from the camera, but it's very bright, guys. Usually indoors I keep the display in this range over here, but for the sake of the video I'm gonna increase it a little bit because it looks a little bit dark on the camera for some reason. But let me tell you that the screen is absolutely gorgeous, guys. Let's see a couple of wallpapers. So check this out, guys. Contrast, saturation, colors, absolutely everything is on point with that screen. You can't really ask for more, especially for $100. Let me put it this way. If you haven't seen my Xiaomi A1 review, watch it and see what I said about the screen. The phone is amazing, but the screen is not good. This screen is better than the screen found on the Xiaomi A1, and this screen is like $100, the Xiaomi A1 is 200. So basically this phone can easily compete or even beat phones that cost twice as much. So the screen, guys, definitely thumbs up. Now one thing missing from the display settings, let me show you a little bit. We are rocking an MTK processor, which means that we should have mirror vision. In case you don't know what mirror vision is, that's advanced controls of the display saturation and everything like that. But mirror vision is nowhere to be found over here. So that's why you gotta use Nova Launcher, create the shortcut for mirror vision, and kaboom, there you go, you've got mirror vision. But let me tell you something, the picture mode on Vivid gets a little bit toxic. So on standard, I mean, is more than enough. Of course, you've got user mode, and when you activate user mode, you unlock all of those options, contrast, saturation, picture brightness and all that. But as it is now on standard mode, I'm more than happy with the screen colors and everything, guys. So screen, definitely thumbs up. That's one of the very strong points of this phone. Now what about audio quality, you might say. I'm happy that we still got the 3.5mm jack, but unfortunately because of the micro USB port we can't really use any dongle in order to improve the audio quality. But let me tell you that the bass is really good on this phone. The maximum loudness is not the loudest one I've seen, but definitely is way better than I expected, especially again for $100, guys. So you're gonna have absolutely no problems driving, you know, let's say mid-range headphones like the Sennheisers over here. So now what about the speaker quality? We've got only one bottom firing speaker over here, and let's see how it sounds. Maximum volume. So yeah, because of the positioning of the speaker, when you do gaming like that, you're always gonna block the speaker like that, guys. So you gotta do the gaming the other way like that. But the thing is that the maximum volume of the speaker is nowhere near acceptable. It's very low, guys, and the sound quality is, I would say, average. So basically you really have to look for another solution, either some sort of a Bluetooth speaker or something like that, because that's just not, you know, enough. It's just not enough, guys. I'm a little bit disappointed, but well, it is what it is. Oh, one more thing I should mention, guys. As you see, when you play a video on YouTube, it doesn't fill the screen by default, but fortunately you can just zoom in a little bit like that and you have full screen experience. Now that might not be a very impressive thing to you, but let me tell you that I've got the Essential phone. I'm filming with the Essential phone right now and it doesn't support this function, guys. So I've got black bars on both sides and it's very annoying. I mean, once you have it, especially on a $100 phone, you want this on every phone, guys. So definitely thumbs up to Ulefone for implementing this feature on this phone, guys. So what about battery life, guys? We've got 3300 milliamp hours of battery and fairly, you know, economical processor, let's put it this way. It's just a quad-core processor clocked at 1.3 GHz. And let me tell you about the recharge times first. Now, you know that for $100 you can't really expect, you know, high speed, ultra dash charging or anything like that. But I mean, the charging times are a little bit ridiculous. I mean, half an hour gives you only 16%. I've tried charging the phone with a high-speed charger, is the same thing, 16%. And basically every half an hour you get just 16%. So basically after an hour you end up with 32%. 3 hours gives you 92% of battery charge, and if you want to charge it full it takes exactly 4 hours, guys, which is a little bit unexpected, but well, it is what it is. But on the other hand, I'm happy with the battery life. Now, you know, the MTK phones, they always struggle with the battery life, they always have some sort of a drain, something like that. But with this particular phone, I'm very happy with the battery life. Let me show you my screenshots. Now that's a screenshot of my battery life the very first day, guys. Setting everything up, you know, Wi-Fi, installing all the applications, 4 hours of screen on time. After that, we've got 5 hours, 16 minutes with 11% left. That's Wi-Fi only. Now 4 hours, 1 minute Wi-Fi only, I guess with some gaming. 4 hours, 35 minutes Wi-Fi only. 5 hours, 37 minutes Wi-Fi only. 5 hours 26 minutes Wi-Fi only again. 3 hours and 40 minutes Wi-Fi only again, guys. Oh no, that's 4G, that's 4G. So basically 3 hours 40 minutes 4G with 1% left. 5 hours 20 minutes 4G again. 5 hours 5 minutes 4G, 3G in that case. So basically, as you can see, the battery life is anywhere between 4 and 5 hours. Yes, you can get 5.5, but that's Wi-Fi only, not too much gaming. And if you're really heavy on the phone, you can get at least 3.5 hours screen on time, guys. Now, one thing I should mention about the battery life, guys, is that the way it depletes is a little bit awkward. It reminds me of the Axon 7. Up to 60%, the battery is really stable. You really get, you know, fantastic screen on time. But once the battery drops below 20%, it quickly goes down to 15, and when it hits 15 you gotta look for a charger, because once it hits 10%, if you keep the screen on, it goes down for like just a few minutes to 0 and it switches off. So when you hit 15%, look for a charger, but overall I can't really complain of the battery life, guys, especially compared to other MTK phones. I'm definitely happy with 5 hours or 5.5 hours screen on time. Now let's talk about the software a little bit, guys, and let me tell you that that's probably the first Chinese phone that they got an update on, and I'm really happy that like 1 week after usage I'm getting the update. It optimizes some stuff and I guess a security patch, but you know, I'm really happy and positive that actually there might be more updates. So basically we're running stock Android over here, no surprises, guys. And how can I confirm that that's stock Android? Check this out. I've changed those buttons to look like the Samsung Galaxy S8 with this application, custom navigation bar. It works only on stock Android phones. It doesn't work on OnePlus 5T, for example, because of the oxygen. In order to, you know, install this application, there's a little bit of tweaks you gotta do yourself. So I'm gonna link my video in the description down below how you can, you know, modify these buttons. You can change the order, you can change the theme of those buttons, you can do immersive mode, absolutely everything. So yeah, as I said, We've got a stock Android here. I've got Nova Launcher installed as for all of my phones. Actually, let's check this out. So Android version 7.0, Android security patch level 5th of November 2017. And basically stock Android is stock Android, guys. You've got absolutely no bloatware, and I'm happy that the only thing you've got extra is Ulefone, that's their, application, and basically system management. And by system management, you've got rubbish clean, freezing room. Yeah, you can freeze applications, you can auto clean your phone, you can lock applications, you can change the app, boot settings, this and that. So basically I'm happy that that's something at least useful for all of us. And now let's come to performance, guys, and I'm gonna quickly show you my benchmarks that I got over here. Let me see benchmark. Where it is? Benchmark. Yeah, that's benchmark over here. Now results. Let's see what the results are. Looking at benchmark, we are getting a relatively low scores and high score on system because it's stock Android, simply because we've got 2 gigs of RAM only, 16 gigabytes of storage only, guys, and the quad core MTK 1.3 GHz processor doesn't really help that much. And overall, probably that's one of the things that I don't particularly like on this phone, because performance wise the phone struggles, guys. Simple things like, check this out, swiping like that, it takes a second. When you hit settings, I mean, over here it looks fine, but once you start multitasking, or once you use the phone for a couple of not a couple of minutes, but once it heats up a little bit, I mean, check this out, Chrome. Check this out, how much time it takes to load up, guys. And Play Store, let's see Play Store, for example. We're gonna open up Play Store. Check this out, how much time it takes for the phone to open up. And I should say that once the application is opened up, the performance is okay. But it's just, check this out. It's a little bit not nice, and basically everything has to reload, guys. So performance wise, I can't really say that I'm very happy with the performance, and the same thing is with the gaming performance as well. Check this out, on Epic Citadel I'm getting 37.9 FPS, guys, which is not terrible by any means, but I would say that heavy games are just not playable on this phone. And there's the Kazja benchmark, which I'm doing recently to see what are the maximum abilities of a phone, and I'm getting only 40,000 score, and I'm getting average of 20 FPS. That's basically translates to about 40 FPS in real-time usage in games, and it's not very good, guys. Let me show you more to combat quickly. Okay, we're finally, yes. Let me get Sub-Zero. And check this out. I mean, it's a little bit, how can I put it? It is playable, but the experience is really not nice, guys. Check this out. I got only 30% when doing the magic. I mean, it doesn't register all the touches quickly, and it's just, check this out. It's just a little bit annoying, to be honest with you. And the other thing is that if you want to type fast on this phone, unfortunately, that's not gonna happen, guys. Because there's a significant delay between what you type and what comes on the screen. So let's say Ulefone MiX to rocks. I mean, it's not terrible, but there is a significant delay, and if you're typing, if you're one of those guys typing very quickly on your keyboard, you'll be struggling typing on this particular phone, guys. Okay, so let's wrap this video up, guys. Because all of my videos are quite long, I wanted to make this one a little bit shorter. That's why I've made a separate camera review of this phone, guys. But let me sum it up very quickly for you. The front camera is absolutely useless. The back camera, the 5 megapixel one, is fake, and the other 13 megapixel camera is actually above my expectations, especially again, for this price range of $100. There is no phone that takes better photos than this one, but again, I'm gonna leave a link in the description down below. So let's wrap it up, guys. 100 bucks, Galaxy S8 design. Check this out. Very, very similar. You can fool people with this phone, guys. It's really nice. I love the design of this phone. I love the screen as well, although it's 720p. It's really nicely saturated and everything else. The headphone output is actually better than expected. The speaker was not very good, to be honest with you. Gaming performance as well as overall performance was not very good as well. And the cameras, again, the rear camera is actually better than expected. Charging times are quite slow, but on the other hand, battery life, 5 hours of screen on time, you can't really complain, guys. So basically, for $100, I can definitely recommend this phone if you're not doing heavy gaming on this phone. If you are, you've got the Ulefone MiX, the first version, which is, very similar in terms of what you get for your money, but a little bit different. 18:9 screen over here, just the regular, 16:9 screen as any other phone over here. But the thing is that over here you're getting less of a battery life on this one and a little bit better performance and gaming performance, and the camera is not very good. But on this one, the camera is improved. The design definitely feels very expensive, guys. I showed this to a colleague of mine and I said, how much do you think this phone costs? And he knows that when I ask him this question, it's something, with excellent value for money. And he was like, oh, it could be, 200 bucks. And I'm like, mate, it's 100 bucks. He couldn't believe me that this phone is 100 bucks, guys. Now, to be 100% honest with you guys, I bought this phone myself because I wanted to get it as quick as possible. GearBest already have it in stock now. And because I'm in a close relationship with them, I'm gonna do my best to try to give you an exclusive discount specifically for vlogging project, guys. So check the description down below. I might get it, I think, next week, but I'm gonna update it as soon as I get it, guys, so you can enjoy a little bit of a discount exclusively for being my subscriber and watching my video. But yeah, this phone, I can definitely recommend it, guys. It is a beautiful phone. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to watch my full camera review, which is gonna be out in the next few days, I believe, or the next day. I'll see how I do the rendering. But anyway, thank you very much for watching again. Make sure you press the subscribe button, please. And yeah, see you in the next one. Adios.